But right now we're going to start out with Bruce Roeder. Bruce has been on the show before when he launched an effort to bring Trader Joe's to this area. Now he's involved in a whole new project, and his project is the Museum of Political Corruption. You going to be able to find enough people to put in there?
Well, we will try our best.
Oh my gosh, start in Chicago and work across. Oh, but you're starting in New York, right?
Oh yeah, we are starting in New York. We're going to focus on New York. But okay. I've heard from people in Chicago, they want one there also.
Okay.
So first let's build ours, then we can franchise.
Yeah, franchise.
Right.
So tell me what gave you that idea and how you went about starting it.
Well, it all occurred a couple of years ago when I was speaking to one of our local politicians, and I was just musing about what we could be more lighthearted, more irreverent about here in the Capital District. And then it struck me, we have corruption. And rather than run from it, which is impossible to do anyway, we might as well use it as a resource.
Absolutely.
I say let's institutionalize corruption. Let's put it in a museum. It'll be a wonderful tourist attraction, and it will be an educational resource also.
Well, it's interesting. How do you define corruption? I mean, it's sort of like pornography. We know it when we see it.
Right.
No.
Oh, when you see it, no. But defining corruption is not easy. It's not easy at all, and as a matter of fact, that's going to be the first part of the museum experience at our Museum of Corruption. You will walk into a hall where you will be challenged to come up with different definitions of what constitutes corruption. Is all corruption illegal? Is there some corruption that is, in fact, legal? And so it's not easy at all. And that's another reason why we want to have this learning institution to help people understand these complicated areas.
And an awareness of it too, of what corruption is. The idea of corruption is that like kickbacks? Is that like money under the table? Is that like getting your neighbors to your neighbors to think that you're a great guy because you brought this big business in there or something?
I say all of the above.
Okay.
And since you mentioned kickbacks, I didn't come empty-handed to your show. You should know, first of all, I bring you an official Museum of Corruption coffee mug.
Okay.
Because you never know what's brewing in Albany politics.
Oh, I love that.
There you go. And
there's nothing brewing right now, but I'm sure
no,
there will be.
There will, of course there is. And your very own kickback.
I got a kickback.
You got a kick. Have you ever received one before? I doubt it.
I've never got a kickback.
So this is your very own kickback. We will be selling these at the museum store
along
with
put my kickback on.
loopholes and quid pro quos. And we're considering even a Preet Bharara action figure at the museum store. Comes with a briefcase, but the indictments are sold separately. So
you are going to have a great store. Gift shop.
This is going to be so much fun building this. And of course, there will be a lot of satire on the surface. We're going to have a cozy crony cafe and a lobby of lobbyists. But behind all of that will be the serious issue of what is corruption and what can we do about it. And
are you going to have a back room too?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. We have to have a back room. That's where all the deals are going to be held.
Know, right?
Of course.
With lots of cigars, probably.
Yes, a ton. Absolutely.
Now, you could not do this alone. No. I know that. I mean, he's a pretty spectacular person, but I don't think he could do this alone. So who's helping you?
Well, we're getting tremendous help. We've recently received our charter, and now we are official. We have a board of trustees. We have several political scholars on our board of trustees. We also have several museum experts helping us as well.
How great.
In fact, the director of the Museum Studies program at Harvard is on board with us, as is the New York former gubernatorial candidate, Zephyr Teachout. She's one of our advisors as well. So we really have an amazing team to build an amazing institution, and I couldn't be more excited about this.
So where do you envision this happening? Or where do you see it?
This must be downtown. It must be in downtown Albany.
It has to be.
Has to be a stone's throw from
the
state capitol. Absolutely, of course, of course. We want our young political leaders there to be able to enter this museum and to go and to use it as a resource, a cautionary tale, and as a resource. We understand the pressures that go on for our elected officials, and we're not trying to demonize anybody, but we do want to educate the public and our elected officials and work together. We feel that the public should have a partnership in solving political corruption.
Now, are you thinking of paintings or statues?
Oh. We will have a few of both, actually. Okay. We will, yes.
Good. Now, one of the things that you're doing I find very impressive is that he's having an essay contest. And this is for high schoolers?
Yes,
okay.
It's for high school students around the nation. We've decided that even before we have walls for our museum, we really need to be fulfilling our educational mission. So we have launched a national high school essay contest on the question of what is political corruption and why should we care?
Okay, that's the topic.
That is the topic, and they get to write a one-page essay on that. And
how many words?
We didn't do words. We just did a one-page.
One page.
One
okay.
page, single space, and okay. The deadline for postmark is November the 2nd. So there's still time. If you are a high schooler, or you know a high schooler out there, please get involved. These are important questions that we should be asking ourselves. What is political corruption, and why should we care? The answers aren't always quite obvious, but it's worth talking about.
Where would they send that?
They would send it to the address. All the details are available on our website.
Right on your website.
Yes.
You do have a website.
We have a website. There's an entry form you would fill out along with your essay, and you can get all the information there.
And how are you publicizing this? I know that you're on the show today, but how are you publicizing this throughout the nation?
Well, we're using social media, Facebook, Twitter. We also had a wonderful article come out in the Huffington Post about this contest.
Oh, that's
so
great.
We are getting national press, which is important. We want to make sure that everybody knows about this.
And suppose they submit one and they win. What do they win?
Well, first prize is $250 and this mug.
Okay,
not
good.
yours, but
no.
an identical one.
If you need it, let me know.
Right, exactly. There's also a second place winner of $100 and a third place winner of $50.
Cash prizes.
Cash prizes, and the winning essay will also be submitted to my colleague who blogs for the Huffington Post for possible publication.
Oh, wonderful.
By him. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you're feeling pretty good about this, huh?
I'm feeling great about this.
Yeah.
It's given me the chance to meet amazing, brilliant people and to really get out an important message and to finally feel that we can be empowered, that we can do something about this ourselves.
Right. And now, are you going to name names? You are going to name names in this museum.
Well,
name names. I want names.
Of course. Oh, okay. We will name names.
Well, they used to talk about the O'Connell machine.
Yes. Yes, of course, and in fact, we're going to have a Tammany lecture hall in the museum, and of course, we'll have our fair share of Boss Tweed stuff too, and we will have a hall of shame, But you know, we want to be careful about this. You can't just be indicted to get into this hall. You probably have to have been convicted, and then we may do like the Baseball Hall of Fame, where you have to wait a certain amount of years for historical perspective. So you can imagine politicians getting disappointed if they're not voted in on the first ballot. You know, darn, I thought I was corrupt enough. But we want to make sure
that hard bad
right,
enough.
Exactly.
Good. Well, it's really a great idea. And are you raising money?
Yes, we are raising money. There is a place that you can donate on our website. Our not-for-profit status is pending right now. It should come through in any day.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to that.
And then, of course, you'll take matching funds if that happens.
Completely.
Yeah, great.
Under the table, over the table.
You don't care how you come.
No.
Wait a second. We don't want his picture in there.
Oh, no.
Wait, you're not a politician, so it doesn't make any difference.
I'm not a politician. That's right.
Bruce Roeder, we're so happy to have him here today to talk about the Museum of Political Corruption. And I'm so glad I got my kickback, and I've got bad things are brewing in Albany.
Oh, we'll see.
Great. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Hannah.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Come on again and tell us more about
Anytime.
it. Maybe you can read the winning essay. Who knows?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah, lots
Good,
to get in.
great.